Hello and welcome back. I'm Joe, and this is Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, Episode 2, Season 2. I am weirdly proud of this little quarry area because it kind of looks right, but there's way more to do. Yeah, I didn't lie. So, plan for today. I would like to build a city. To build a city, I need to start setting up the heating right away at the beginning so I can use the underground pipes. I also need to start building all of this. I need to start bringing goods here. I need to probably get the first load of fuel in here so we can get that set up. I am assuming I will also need one more distribution office just for fuel and bitumen, because one won't cut it, but maybe it will. I will try it with one first. We'll see how that goes. It may cause problems, but we have to save money. It doesn't look like it's that far away, but it is far away on dirt roads. We need to turn this into gravel ASAP. So there's a lot of things that we have to do. Let's get started with the simple ones. Oh, one thing, I also feel like I should start planning for rail sooner rather than later, which means now. And that's fine. What we have here. We don't actually, to save money, we don't have to build the gravel processing plant right away because we can bring gravel to our storage area, and from there we can build the rest. So we don't have to do anything there, and I'm using these buttons over here because they're amazing to build everything that we have to build, so I don't have to click on everything individually. This looks good for now. Everything can be built. And I'm building this first so I can throw some trucks in here pretty soon to start bringing in materials before anything else is happening. And that's what I want to do. I think, there's no pollution to this one, which means for me, I think I will just put it near where... Okay, so I'm in between here. The windmills are great for areas like this, but they're not perfect for actual cities because the city may complain a little more if you don't have power all the time. The industrial area over here will not care that much. So I want to put one of these here, and I may... 17 tons of steel, that's pretty expensive. 5 tons of steel, or about half the output. Maybe I just put 2 of these near this area. This should be a lot cheaper, actually. Let's see what this does. 6,000 versus 17,000. Wow. Just twice the output, but these... Okay, I will use more of the smaller ones. Should have looked at the price first. But we already built the one over here. That's all right. What is still building? There's a couple buildings still building. This is still on the move. I believe I have 2 options for the heating plant. One, I put it near where I already have a drop-off, which will be there. I think I can put a heating plant here, and I can probably put some sort of coal delivery system in this area as well, and that should be fine. Or I put the heating plant on this side, and then it's really far away from everything else. I don't need the heating plant for these guys. They will figure it out by themselves. They don't need heat, but obviously the city needs heat. Let's just get started with vehicles and go from there. Covered hole. We are using this one. These also have the favorites. So let's do that one. Dry bulk. Yes, we need cement. Definitely need a dumper. This one will be for the quarry. I think I'm going to use this. I'm not going to use mods for right now. I'm going to use this one for import. Keep that one up there. Felt tree capacity, no. Gold tank. 13 versus 7. There's no real competition here, but this one looks a little modern. Open hull, also no competition. We're going to use that one. Refrigerator, we're not going to buy any meat. So let's show all. I need one of these. Let's say one of those. This one is for gravel. Gravel we need a lot in the beginning. So 1, 2, 3. One of these for fuel and bitumen. If we want to build stuff, we need a lot of these. So let's get 3. And I'll leave a little bit empty there. No power supply and needs a task. The task, yes, we can do that right now. First task, get me fuel here. Very important. Actually, let's take that back. The first task is you go here and you load. And I want you to load gravel. I want you to load steel, bricks, prefabs, I think, boards. Very good. We will have to do clothes and food too, but I'm gonna give myself a little bit of time to figure that out. We need those, they're really expensive. I don't like it. Cement, yes. Fuel, yes. What am I forgetting? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Coal is for in a little bit. So this is a good start. Let's see, we're going to unload. Make this one smaller. And actually, yeah, you can increase the size of these guys now. To make that one smaller, we're only gonna bring gravel here. Let's set it up so that it doesn't get confused at any point. I had that happen at the very end of season 1, where it did weird things where I'm like, no, what are you, no, don't. And this is not loading, this is unloading, please. Unload gravel. Unload cement. Unload bitumen, please. And this can, please make this full. 30% is probably fine on this one. That is about a third of 2,000. That is a little more than 600. That should be fine. And here, I want you to unload a lot of things. Steel, yes. Prefab, yes. Bricks, yes. Boards, yes. These two also. No cement. I will ask you to bring food and clothes here as well. Let's just set this up right, because I don't want to waste any time when they have nothing to do. So get all these, and I'm still paused. That's important because I have to set these up to do the right amounts. Otherwise, they're just going to overfill everything. 10% on food and clothes. That is 3 truckloads. That is okay. Mechanical components, we don't need 32 tons, not even 16 tons, but that's the smallest amount we can get. Same with electronics. 12 and 12 should be fine. The rest we're not buying. Here, let's limit steel. Start everything at 14%. I think that is okay. We can live with that and go at a slow speed. What I'm hoping we will see is that we bring some fuel out here first. That's what I'm hoping, because without that, that means this guy has to start moving. I didn't even assign that guy. What a waste of everything, which means I will until it's full. I would like this higher in the list, but that's okay. Let's just turn this one off for now. I'm hoping that will send this one to bring fuel. But get all of them started. How are we doing on fuel of these? 100 may be able to go once up and back. If I don't have to import it, that's great, but if I do have to import it, I will not be the saddest person in the world. Okay. Whew. Planning, heat, and I'm only running at slow speed, so we do some importing, but not all of the importing. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna plunk this in here centralized. Doesn't have to be complicated at all. I'm not a fan of the small heating plant, even though it can save me a little bit of money. What are we looking at here? 20,000 versus 54,000, but the small heating plant output is a fifth, exactly 1/5 of this. And it costs a third. So price-wise, this is a much better deal. So let's do this. I would like to use the passenger input from over there. But if I want to do that, I will definitely have to do something to this road. That's okay. We don't actually need that road exactly where it is. And I think something like this is okay. The only thing I have to check is that we can reach this. And to be honest, I don't know if we can. We can. Only 238. Stop building. No. Why did I leave that on? Every time the same thing. So, I think this distance is not humongous, so I should be able to just get a heating pipe right in there, underground. Love it. Don't have to do much. Now the problem that I have to figure out is, do I pay almost $70,000 to build this and wait, or am I just not going to build on top of this and then not have to worry about it? I don't know what the answer to that one is yet. But we got that one in there. Let's see, do we have... Yes, we have a vehicle bringing in stuff here. Ooh. Okay, I will need power. I usually don't start this way, but hey, it's a new season, new everything. Let's do the things right. I don't need to get that one, so let's just be compact right here, and everything is connected to this guy. I'm cool with that. Voltage switch we don't need, but transformer is what I do want. I don't want to run too far, but I don't want to run too short either. Why is this so hard? Why can I not decide where what side I want to put the high voltage wire on? I think right here will be just fine. Let's get the biggest wire and we'll do our trick. If you never heard of my trick, or this is not my trick, this is something that I've seen a while ago and I was just like, oh yeah, that's cool. Essentially, you are replacing every other wire with nothing. With nothing at all. Apparently, I don't have those set up anymore. Okay, on my I'm looking up here if you can't tell what I'm doing. This is gonna be this guy. This is gonna be cancel wires, and then pathing is the other one. We put path there and delete path here. Cool. So this one is fine. I don't think that will interfere much with the... No, this is perfect height. That's an ideal height for what we want. 2, delete. 3, put path. 1, connect. Doing this will allow us to save a lot of money, which is really, as you know, really, really important at the very beginning. And that's what we worried about here. You can't really delete more than just one at a time. I don't want night. I like night, but I don't want night right now. Yes. Thank you. We'll be right back. Otherwise you can't see anything and that's not going to be helpful. It's very pretty. Don't get me wrong. I really appreciate the nighttime, but you can't see much and that's not helping for the YouTube. So let's do this the right way. There's one, connect this one. This is a little long, but I think we'll be okay. I'm sure this one's not going to stay where it is. Actually, I am going to fix that the old school way. What do I mean? So I have these coming out here. Okay, I was worried that it was automatically doing something again, which I didn't want. I have these coming out here. I need them. I don't want to mess with them, and I don't want to interrupt my power grid later on. So this is how we're going to build them. High voltage, get me this guy. Go back to this selection. There's good, and this one we can just delete like we have done before. Yep, put that one in there, connection here. That distance looks relatively all right. And these power lines run above the rail power line, so that is also acceptable. We don't need this guy, but we do need this connected. And then there's just one more there. Yeah, sure, why not? That's a power line, costs us only $20,000. Yeah. Yeah, that's the plan. I have to buy this. I don't really have a choice. This one will have to be built. And now I'm a little bit in a pickle. Most of these trucks will start running out of fuel very soon. Which means I have to do something. This guy is slowly unloading. I believe it unloads a little faster if you have power. But I don't want to put the power line in until I have part of the city designed and ready to go. So let's just wait a little bit. Wait a little bit on what we can come up here. Let's just start. I don't want you to go up. Alright, whatever. One of the goals of this series is to have the cities look a little more organic, not as compact as I did them last time. So let's see what I can actually do. Bus platform. Small is fine. No, this one is fine. I don't need anything more fancy than that. 200 people. I would like to actually build all of this like last time. I like to start with just 200 people per environment, or per starting city. That's a good number, at least in my book. That's what I want to start with. Road. Can we connect this? Nice. I would like to connect this, but... Oh. Okay. I was expecting this one not to let me with the heating pipes, because until now I could never build on top of heating pipes. But apparently, maybe it's just in planning mode that doesn't work, which makes more than enough sense, which means if this is the case, I may not have to worry about building them automatically. That will be great. So there's that guy. Let's go through our minimum requirements. Small store. We do need clothes and we do need food. So are we gonna build one of each? 3,000 plus 3,000, or build one of these, 12,000. To save money, we're gonna do this. It will require more workers, but I am going to allow that. It will also make it a little harder. It's the first city. Darn it! Not a fan when that happens. I don't like that I have to cut my road in half there already. So this is where I want you. Get the bulldozers and the excavators out, please. Thank you. Perfect. That's what I want those two. Great. I need a fire station that can handle essentially everything. So I think over here is my best bet. I want to build the city, the main part of the city in this tiny area, so we may not even need this side. Cool. Cinema is not actually required, so we're not going to do that. Hospital will be required at the end of the first winter. I think if I can place it here at some point, I will be pretty happy with that. Cool. Yeah, the first winter we hopefully don't need this because we have enough heat, but the second winter we definitely need that. School. One of the more important things to have in the beginning. If you don't have that, you will have bigger problems very soon afterwards. Only one bulldozer. Okay. I haven't actually built without mods in the beginning in a long time, but I did have a lot of requests after season 1, especially during the beginning of the pretty season, to just do this. And I'm like, okay, you know, I mean, not wrong. I know how to do it, I just gotta fiddle with the money a little bit to get things done. What else do we have? Kindergarten I will have to place, but not right now. And then that's pretty much it. Let's get some residential buildings in here. What is... I don't even have to ask. These are the ones that I want. These are the ones that I care about. Don't get citizens automatically. We need 4 of these. Just 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, I like this. I like one there. We don't have to build all of them right away, but gives us a good start for later on. Let's see, connect those. Excellent. Get that one in there. Get this one here. All of this looks pretty good. I really, really think so. This one can easily connect to there, and here. Turning all of this into gravel road is going to be a small nightmare at the beginning, but that's okay. That is very okay. Too steep. Too steep. We can't get up here. Okay. Let's see. Walking. It's in walking range, so we don't have to worry about that. Sport and entertainment. I always go to the indoor pool now, but let's not. Let's do the OG, the original way with the football pitch. There is a nice open spot right back here. That's not the path that we wanted. This one. Okay, there we go. I was worried that I couldn't get him anywhere, but that should work. That's our first city. That's pretty much covers everything. Walking distance, that is fine. Let's make sure that that actually covers all the power needs that we have. Yes, this will cover everything. Highest, I'm not going to mess around with it. Even though we have the new overlay now, I'm not going to rely on being able to fix everything. Let's get this. Use not the first one, just in case we need that for something else. Build that. Build this guy. There you are. Cool. And with that, we should actually find... I'm looking for this. If this is not 0, or if this is not 0, we have a problem. Buildings without power supply. So the only thing I'm not doing right now is actually importing any power. Cool. Import 100% of what we need, which means this building should have power once we build everything. And that is excellent. And one thing I do want to do very soon, let's use our own power whenever we can. I'm not going to go super expensive, but this guy should be pretty much enough for everything we need in this little city. Oh, can I fit you here? I can. Yep, that's where we're going to put it. That fits just dandy right there. We have gravel, we have everything. This one is half built. I'm not a fan that I did that, but that is what we are dealing with. These guys, oh, I gotta get used to this. Bring fuel there. That was a bug for a while where fuel wouldn't get delivered here, but that should be fixed now. And that is excellent. Everything is good. Everything is doing exactly what I needed to do. Everything is in range. This guy is in range of this, but we may have to build a power supply out here, because if this one is not running in the winter and we are low on heat, we will have a real problem, and we cannot afford that. All of this, everything else looks pretty good. I think we can speed up. I'm not going to upgrade any roads until we have our own roads to build. So what I'm going to do now is... I don't like that. In the beginning, it's not great to have these turned on because you may want to do something different. Cool. Specify the things. We get gravel from here, asphalt from here, concrete from there, everything else from here. And we will need this one built. Thank you. Specify build. Yes. Okay, all of that is figured out. We will need a bus that takes us somewhere. Road, vehicle, depot. Where's some room that we're not currently utilizing? I'm assuming that I'm doing something here with coal. So I don't want to go there, but this looks fine. Build a road depot right there. We will need technical services to do something useful very, very soon. I think this is not a bad place, but we don't have any excavators right now. They are moving around. Another nice feature, you can actually say deliver mechanisms only with trucks, if you really care. We're not doing that right now. But let's go cheap. One of these, at least 2 of those. We have bulldozers. This one is still cheaper than this one. Why is this one out here? Maximum speed 20, 20, 7 tons versus 5 tons, 58 kilowatts versus 47. This one's a lot worse. I don't know why this one's in here. Anywho, we have those. Concrete mixer, yes. Covered hole we have. Dumper we have. Excavator we have. Paver we don't. Let's not use that until we actually have to. A road crane. 25 versus 26. But it's a lot cheaper. Get one of those. Don't need a roller. I would like a crane because that will speed us up. Yes, it costs a lot, but that's okay. And we will need vehicles. Microbus is cheap. and it will do exactly what we need. All right. We are pretty much done with the getting started phase. Pretty much. Let's go to our Dollar Tree and say, build these 2 buildings. The heating building does not have to be built yet. The stores do have to be built. The school has to be built. I need to build the kindergarten that I promised earlier. Put right here. I should have built this before I did the power line, but honestly, this is fine. Maybe it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. See, it's just fine right there. Build this one. Need to bring food here, and I need to bring clothes to the other one. We have some food. We have some... Why do we only have 6 tons? That part is a little confusing to me. I hope the truck is waiting here. Nope. Okay. Let's fix that ASAP. We need 1 of each. Cool. We need this guy to go here, wait until full, pick up food, bring it to the food store, wait until unloaded. Good. You, very similar. Pick up from here, wait until full. You are going to do close, bring them to this store, wait until unloaded. Go. Okay. That should work once you get out. This building, we don't currently have people, which is great, because if we had people, they would already be grumpy. Fire. I would like to say we don't have to worry about that right away, but that would be a lie. We have to worry about fire. We have to worry about... Didn't I put the technical services here? I think I did. Oh, no, I didn't, because I didn't have excavators where they needed to be. So, okay. A little area before the industrial area. I think that looks pretty plausible. All we have to do now is probably wait just a little bit. Just looking around, making sure that I'm not forgetting anything stupid. Once we have food here, I think I can get some people in here. Interesting, you're taking this route. Alright, you do what you do. Give me a sec. Let's get some food delivered and some clothes delivered, so we have some people. We have the first food delivery and the first clothing delivery done. This clothing truck's just going to wait there for a while. If you don't want this to happen, you would have to tell your trucks to, instead of wait until empty, to just go back and forth, and then you can have 2 trucks just dropping stuff off. But that wastes a lot of fuel, which is a bad thing right now where we don't have money. I still have more money than I expected, but I still have to buy a lot of this before I can do anything. So, yeah, we only have 800,000 left, and I have to buy a lot more stuff with that. Most of which, citizens. Let's get 50 in these 2 houses. Okay, we have 4 and 4. Let's get 10 more smart people. And that's a pretty good start. So, what you need to do, absolutely, reduce your number of workers to what you actually need. 5 is still more than I want to do, but I cannot do a smaller number right now. Maybe they can fix that at some point. School, 5 is probably fine. This number is just okay. Reduce your number of workers. If you don't do this, you will not have people waiting here. At your bus stop, if you use a small bus stop like this one can only hold 200 people, which right now is not a problem, but once it becomes a problem, it's too late. Make sure that you only allow workers to wait here. Then the next thing, let's get a couple buses, which if we look at it, this one, 2 people, it's usually fine. This one, 2 people will be fine. And then this guy can get all the rest. So all we have to do is put 2 microbuses on the job. Not ambulance, bus. 2 of you. Great. Send you from here to here. Once we have the heating plant set up, that may change, but for right now, this should be fine. Also, the new beta branch has automatic line spacing enabled. You can see that if you go to the line. and there's this little checkbox. You can check it or uncheck it, but it will not be activated or it will not work until you complete the first run around. Once that is done, everything should be fine. So now I think we're good. It is April, so I have a little bit of time before we have to worry about heating, but heating is really the first thing that we have to worry about. So let's get that figured out. Let's do this one first. One thing I'm going to look at is if deliver mechanisms only with trucks. Yes, check that. There they go. Flatbed truck, awesome. Speed it up. There's no good reason to not do that. This heating plant will take just a little while. I'm pretty convinced of that. But once the heating plant is done, we still have to do the pipes and we have to do the heat exchanger. And once those three are done, we can worry about actual gravel production. Once we have our own gravel production running, we can worry about turning roads into gravel roads so they're not as slow as they are right now. And once all that is done, that's when the fun starts, and we can think about what we want to export. The first export is probably going to be gravel because it's cheap, it's easy, it's fine, and we're currently importing it, which means the price is slowly going up just a little bit. That's not a bad thing. But after that, we have to worry about what else we can export. And the first one that comes to mind is probably coal. It's on this whole mountain, and we should probably utilize that. But I'm not sure if that is the best answer right now. It may be. It may not be. Yeah. I'll let this run just for a little bit so we can get started. Number of workers is perfect. I only have 140 people? 120 people. Yeah, 120 people to start the Republic. But it's mostly to save money, just because this is the way it is. Great, we're started. Season 2 is on the way. I'm being careful because I don't want to run. I don't want to use a loan if I don't have to. I will have to use a loan, especially once I start the train stuff. But for right now, we are in really good shape. I'm gonna buy this because we need these guys to be really happy. You don't have a job. Culture, this is cinema, we can build that. Meat, we don't need. It's just a small health penalty. Pub tavern, you don't need at all. Participate in any sports, so just fix that. And spirituality, no. Temperature in building is low. We're at 15 degrees. Should be fine because summer is just starting. So we shouldn't need that, but we may need it. Okay. That's all for episode 2. We are making progress. That's important. I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.